Hey guys, happy St. Patrick's Day and welcome back to Film Freaks. I'm Megan and today I'm going to be giving you 8 movies from 1987 that you might have forgotten about. Now, I always try to put the links for where you can stream these movies in the description, so be sure to check that out once you're done watching this. Now, before we get started, I am going to ask that you hit that subscribe button because I have been making almost daily, like 10 to 15 second short videos of just film recommendations I don't want you to miss out on because I totally get it can be a pain trying to find stuff to watch. All right, with that, I think we're ready to get started. First up, Date with an Angel. The day after his bachelorette party, Jim finds a hurt angel in his swimming pool. Now he must try to help her while keeping his jealous fiance, deranged father-in-law, and crazy friends off his back. This was one of my favorite movies growing up. I mean, yes, the premise is a little bit silly, but there are some really funny scenes in this movie. Phoebe Cates especially plays the fiance that's like slowly losing her mind throughout the movie because she thinks that something's going on between Jim and the angel. She doesn't really think she's an angel, but she thinks Jim is having an affair with this girl. I mean, to be fair, she is, right at the end, they do end up getting together. But throughout the movie, she's just like slowly losing her mind and acting crazy, and she's so freaking funny about it. And then at the end of the movie, there's like this standoff between Jim's friends and his fiance and her father. I mean, honestly, I watch it now and I still crack up. There's also a cheesy music video-esque scene in the movie where the angel's flying over the woods and Steve Winwood's Finer Things is playing. I'm sorry, there is nothing like a music break during an 80s movie. It just makes it so much better. All right, next up, Masters of the Universe. So for anybody that grew up watching He-Man, hi, then this is essentially the live action version of it and you'll enjoy it. I mean, yes, it's campy, but it's about He-Man. Of course it's going to be campy. But the actors are actually pretty committed to their roles, so it makes it good. Even Courtney Cox, yes, she was in this one, pre-Friends, she was great. Now, I know there's a lot of superhero movies, but I like to think this was the one that kind of kicked things off. All right, up next on my list is My Best Friend's a Vampire. Teenage boy finds that growing up just got a little bit more complicated after an encounter with a vampire leaves him turning into one. So this story has definitely a much more docile take on the whole vampire storyline. I mean, it's very silly and goofy. The main character drinks pig's blood he gets from a butcher that helps him out. And he has this 300-year-old vampire mentor that sort of guides him through everything. He even gives him a book called Vampirism, A Guide to an Alternative Lifestyle. So definitely fun and, goofy, but, has some corny parts to it, but nowhere near the level of Twilight. So I think you'll enjoy this one. All right, next up, Back to the Beach. Famous TV couple Frankie and Annette have left their beachy existence behind for a more conventional life. However, when they decide to visit their daughter in Southern California, their old partying lifestyle makes a comeback. So this one is beyond corny, but it's supposed to be. That's part of what makes it fun. I mean, you've got cameos from Gilligan to Pee-wee, funny dance numbers throughout the entire movie, and of course at the end, this big montage when Frankie Avalon, who goes by the Big Kahuna in this, rides this wave that had years prior put him into the hospital. The wave even has a name, the Humunga Calabunga from Down Under, and he's riding it and he's just so silly and so over the top, and yet I love it. So there you go. All right, next on my list, The Bride of Boogedy. The ghost of William Hanover has come back to claim his bride. With the help of some interesting townfolk and some friendly ghosts, the Davis family must find a way to once and for all get rid of Mr. Boogedy. All right, so this one is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time. I just love this movie. I could watch it over and over again. Does not need to be Halloween. I don't care. I love this movie. And it is very rare that I actually meet somebody who has seen this movie. So if you have, let me know in the comments because I feel like there's very few of us out there. There's so many things that make this good. I mean, the storyline in general with the ghosts is pretty cool, but then you also have little subtleties, like the name of the town is called Lucifer Falls. I mean, that's pretty original for a spooky movie. And then the family, of course, they're silly and always joking. The whole tagline in it is just kidding, just kidding. You've got Madalinska, who's the funny gypsy woman that reads fortunes with an electric crystal ball. I mean, just so many great things about this movie. Oh, I could talk about it all day. Trust me, this will be popping up on later lists. I can promise you that. All right, next up, Mannequin. An artist who just can't seem to catch a break finally creates a masterpiece he loves. a mannequin. To his surprise, the mannequin comes to life and they begin a rather unconventional romance as she inspires him to become the greatest window dresser in town. All right, so again, very strange premise for a movie, yet somehow the 80s makes it work. Of course, there's dance montages and, outfit changes, goofy bad guys. One of them is played by James Spader. Another one is played by the guy from Short Circuit, and he was also in Police Academy. I can't remember what his name is. But, there's like a lot of things that really work with this. The magical element of the fact that she comes to life, so a lot of things work for this. And also at the end, the song that's played, it's by Starship, Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. Great song. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna put that in the description as well. I'm gonna put that one and the Steve Winwood one from Date with an Angel because, music is just as important as movies in my opinion. So, all right, finally, number 8, Demon Lover. Yeah, this one's a little strange. So it follows Denny as she struggles in love and eventually finds herself in a relationship with a homeless musician named Kaz, who, as it turns out, is also part demon and transforms into a monster whenever sexually aroused. Ew, talk about problems. All right, so yeah, this one's a little weird, a little strange, but again, somehow, the 80s just knew how to pull stuff like this off. And you might recognize the main character of Kaz from a little show called Family Ties. He played Mallory's boyfriend, Nick, the one that's always like, hey, okay, I know, bad impression, but whatever, you know who I'm talking about. So yeah, this movie, a little strange. I remember seeing it when I was younger. I mean, not like really young, but I remember watching it when I was younger and just thinking it was kind of weird. So I don't know. I'm going to have to give this one another watch, see what I think of it. All right, guys, there you have it. 8 movies from 1987 you may have forgotten about. Definitely let me know what you think in the comments. And if you've seen Bride of Boogedy, I really am curious how many of us are out there. As always, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And again, thank you all so much for watching. It is truly appreciated. Bye, film freaks.